Hey, guys. Welcome to another episode of Hello World with your girl Joy from Be the Difference. I kind of like how I do that. Let me do it again. Welcome to another episode of Hello World with your girl Joy from Be the Difference Clothing. Bam. What y'all think about that? I need to stop playing with you guys. Welcome to another beautiful day in the neighborhood, another beautiful day just to be alive, another beautiful day to appreciate everything that life has to offer, another beautiful day just to say, hello world. Guys, I think I'm getting good at this. Hey, Jenny B, my co-host from Another Most on the Hello World into Jenny and Joy show, spinoff of Hello Earth. How are you, girl? Hello, Earth. Guys, that's Jenny B's spinoff show of Hello World. She loves, I think if anything, she's probably like a secret, like the secret supporter of Hello World, because she wants to spin off of Hello World to Hello Earth. just like that. Earth. So she did her first episode of Hello Earth on the Jenny B show, on the Jenny B channel. So please check that channel out. Like, subscribe, share, follow her, please, so she can get her spin-off of Hello Earth. So yes, thank you, Jenny B, for always being so supportive. I appreciate you. You already know. And guys, if you ever want to see Jenny B and I on our talk show, which is basically Jenny B's talk show, and I'm just a co-host, it's called the Jenny and Joy Show. We're here every Wednesday at around 2:00 in the afternoon. It's just like a little coffee break session where you can just enjoy a little laughter, a little like bonanza, some pranks. We do shout outs, we do unboxing. So whatever you want us to do, check us out. Cracked your face. She has a mask on right now. So yes, guys. So how is your day, everybody? Please remember to like, subscribe, share, turn on your notification bells, and if possible, give me some thumbs up. That way the show will get, well, not just I don't want to call it a show. This is an experience. So that this experience gets more notable in the YouTube community. Hi, the Juggle, Matt. How are you? Yes. Oh, thank you for coming by. I appreciate it. Yeah, Superdell is dope. He is definitely a dope person. I actually recorded what he was saying about me because I was just sitting there like, oh. And then I was like, wait, get your phone, record, and post. Right. So now I was looking for the video today and I don't know where it is. It's not even anywhere on my phone anymore. So I don't know what happened, but you know what? I really appreciate you coming by and giving me a little bit of your time. Hey, Sugar Love. You too. I really appreciate you guys giving me a little bit of your time and, just coming around just to show me some love. I appreciate you guys. I hope that whatever we say in the chat or whatever I may say will encourage you in some shape or form. Now, what I like to do is tell you how the rundown of my day was. I woke up this morning very tired because for some reason I couldn't sleep and I thought I was hearing noises. So I was like, let me go check it out. But there was nothing there. Thank God. And so I don't know. It's just like, I don't know if I was hearing noises from the neighbors or what, but you could be dead sleeping and you hear one little noise and you're like, wait, what's that? What's that? And that's exactly what I was doing. Make sure you guys show love to each other as well. Jenny B, I'd like to introduce you to Sugar Love and also the Judge Matt. I'm sorry, I can't really see too well the name, and I apologize if I pronounced your name wrong. But guys, every one of you that are here, I'm pretty sure are amazing. I can speak for Sugar and Jenny B. Judgment, I know you're amazing if you already support Subadel, but we don't know each other like that yet. But I definitely hope we do get a chance to know each other. So anyway, yes, I didn't sleep very well. And then when I finally went to sleep, of course, the alarm clock went off. So I got to work and, I did my workly thing. Work was okay. I can't complain about work. It definitely was an okay day. I can't complain. The day was good. How about that? The day was good. And then you guys know I did my little gym. I went to the gym and I enjoyed the gym. It was great at the gym. And can't wait to go back to the gym. Guys, I'm going to do another video probably tomorrow of my workout because I got really, really good. Hey, hip flipping mama! Guys, there's hip flipping mama. She is amazing. She had to be the first person to give me a shout out on her actual show. And she was like, Joy is so amazing. And I'm sitting there like, oh, for real? Wow, thank you. So check out Hip Flipping Mama. She is dope. Hip Flipping Mama, stay encouraged. I don't know why, but I never get to see any of your things. Hey, Anna. I never. Hey, Eva. Hip Flipping Mama. I never see any of your lives anymore. So I don't know if, but I do have you. The bell is on, but I never see anything. So I don't know if it's because you don't go on as often or I don't know, but I barely see anything. That's why I haven't been around. And then when I see, it's like the stream was over like an hour ago. And I'm like, what? I didn't even see the alert. So yeah. Oh, you don't do them often. Aw, why? Anyway, well, I miss you. I miss seeing your lives. I miss seeing you doing your little mini auctions. So when you come back, I will be there. So that was my day in a nutshell. But tonight, I want to talk about consistency. How many of us are consistent with anything, any one thing? And I mean like die hard consistent, like you don't stray away from the left to the right. You have a goal set in mind and you're going to be like, that's it. I'm doing this and this is going to happen. How many of you are consistent? Like, I think we all like to be starters. Start a project, start a goal, start a dream, start a career, start a business. But we may get a little discouraged when things don't seem to go the way or have as much energy as it did in the very beginning. Well, let me tell you guys, I'll use me as a perfect example. I have owned Be the Difference clothing for about 6 years or more now. Let's just say 7 years. 7 years. And of those 7 years, I feel like I've been very consistent. I do. Now, have I been consistent and effective? That's the clincher. I may be consistent. Now, use this for your own example in your own head. We're just talking this through because most of the times as I talk, all of these things just come up and I'm like, oh. So when you hear me go, oh, or yes, it's because it just happened in my head and it just started to connect. So consistency. Have I been consistent with Be the Difference clothing? Yes. I consistently try to post on social media. I consistently try to go to events so people can get the word out. I consistently try to tell people about the company. Right. But have I been effective? Because logistic-wise, effective means you're turning over a big profit, right? Now, mind you, I also donate to charity, right? So not everything I do is for profit for me, right? Because remember, we still have to take care of the overhead. We still have to take care of the charity. We still have to take care of whatever other, things that need to be taken care of in order to run a business, right? So I think to be more effective, I should definitely do more advertising, maybe purchase advertising tools and see if that does. So guys, if you are consistent in anything that you do, are you being effective? Because that will be the determining factor as to whether your consistency is being worth your while, I guess, for lack of better words to think of. But we have to even just be consistent just in the beginning. And a lot of us, like I said in the beginning, we're not. Come on, man, let's be honest. Let's be honest. How many times have you picked up, let's just say, okay, let's just say you had a goal is like, okay, I'm gonna read a book a month. How many times have everybody been so excited about reading that book? You open the first 10 pages and then somehow you just get distracted by something else. And those 10 pages and that book turns into a dust clutter bucket. How many times have we all said, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to clean my house. I'm going to do this X, Y, Z. You halfway clean your house and you consistently not be effective. I think we need to strategize more and stop being consistently inconsistent. Oh, is it human nature for us to get tired of things fast? Yes, because we've been conditioned to believe that if things don't happen in a certain amount of time, then it's time to move on. But I tell you this, it took you how many years to become who you are? So double that with your projects. We have to battle our self esteem. We have to battle the rejection. And like, I'm not even saying rejection as far as like a goal or something, but sometimes we build up these walls in our head and we reject our own ideas. Oh, well, it can't happen. But remember what can't means is contradict, right? So instead of saying can't, just say I can't, I contradict, right? It doesn't sound right, right? So therefore, you should eliminate the word contradict out of your vocabulary. We talked about that the other day. And if we happen to be the type of people who start too many projects at one time and then get overwhelmed with all of the things that you have started and you can't even finish one, and then you just throw all of them away to the side and be like, oh, woe is me. I will never, ever be successful at anything because I can't even do. Well, hello, you put so much pressure on yourself. You have 10 different projects, all of them at phase 2, one of them at phase 1. And you think that you won't be tired and your brain can't think in 12 different directions. Some people can, but it's not going to be effective. There's more potency in what you do if you put your full energy into finishing that one thing and then starting another. So I challenge you guys not only to eat more greens for 1 or 2 days or a week this week, because I know some of you were in the chat yesterday, and also to do your vision board, which I talk about every single day. Do that and modify that. And let's add doing one project at a time to that. Perfect your one project, then move on. Because while you're perfecting your project, you're learning effective strategies on how to get to certain things faster, right? Or getting to your end result a little bit and navigating it a little bit better with more finesse. Yes. But it takes patience, which none of us really practice often enough. Okay, maybe I'm speaking for myself because I know you guys are all patient in all things. But yes, I could be very impatient sometimes. But I'm a work in progress, and I think I'm a lot better than I was 5 years ago. And I believe all of us can be a lot better than a minute ago, if only we practice and be consistent. Ooh. So not only are we going to start being consistent in our projects, but being consistent in ourselves, perfecting the person that we were meant to be. And when I say perfecting, I'm not saying like we're going to have this perfect thing, because remember, there is no such thing as perfection. We are beautifully flawed humans, and we are perfectly imperfect. Because the minute that we reach perfection, you don't need to be in this world anymore. So let's be consistent, guys. Start with something small. And we kind of touched on that last night too. Start with something small. Whatever goal you have in your mind, whether you wrote it down or not, I think it's best to write it down, because then you have a visual and then you're activating that thought because you see it now. Whatever that goal is, be consistent and just work with that until you start seeing it flourish. Now, it may take a day, it may take a month, it may take 6 months, but it's okay, because you're not, as humans, we're not meant to be stressing ourselves with things all the time. Here's something simple. If you're a person that only brushes your teeth maybe once a day, do it twice, when you wake up and before you go to bed. Or start being consistent with a bedtime. Simple things. Simple things that seem like nonsense now, but it starts to build that character that we all deserve to show and be. Little things, guys. What do you think the military does? You know how they go through the training, that rigorous training, not only exercising, but they teach them different skills. And some of those skills is how to fold a bed, how to fold their clothes, how to fold a flag in a perfect way, how to listen to directions and take orders. Simple things. We could do that for our own selves. That is being consistent. Those people in the military are being consistently trained to be a person who will listen to orders and do things at will and still be neat and have pride in themselves. The same thing we can do. Okay, how about this? Let's do something general so it doesn't seem like we're stepping on toes. Fitness. How many people say, oh, I want to work out more. I want to be healthy. I want to get to my desired weight. I want to do my goals, blah, blah, blah. But you bite off the apple, like you try to bite the whole apple. You put the whole apple in your mouth, and guess what? You can't even bite down on it. I'm talking about a regular apple, like an apple this size. You put the whole thing in your mouth, which can barely fit, and you try to bite down on it. That is how we do sometimes with our goals. We put the whole thing in and don't even give ourselves room to even nibble, nibble a little, chew, digest it, nothing. So you want to lose weight or you want to stay healthy. Do the necessary things. Be consistent. Put aside a half an hour and make a time. Say, okay, today or every day around 4:00 in the afternoon, I'm going to do 15 minutes of walking. It doesn't even have to be walking outside, or it could be walking around my bedroom, walking in the neighborhood, or whatever the case may be. You actively walk. I guarantee you, if you do that consistently, it becomes part of your character. Well, maybe not your character, but it becomes part of your routine. And there you guys are slowly building what consistency really means into your own lives by just doing simple things like that. Relationships. A lot of times we like to throw in the towel because you're not getting everything the way you want. But if you're consistent and you keep on being right there, showing yourself approved, you'll get what you want. Yes, you will. But guys, a lot of times we don't even spend time to even cultivate a relationship, romance relationship with people. I'm not talking about the people who are married or in a serious relationship, just talking in general. A lot of times people want to go from seeing to dating. Well, no. How about this? Seeing to seriously dating, and now y'all committed for the rest of your life. But what about the in between? Or if you date and they don't want to get serious with you right away, you just throw it away. You don't even know the person's history that you're trying to go out with. You have no idea of their history. But yet you say, oh, I'm just throwing in the towel. It's too much effort. But if you're consistent, your effort will pay off. Use that in everything else that you do. Another thing, guys, consistency creates patience. Remember I said my patience wasn't that great before, but I started to slow down. And life said, okay, Joy, you want to get on this roller coaster? We're going to go this way. We're going to go this way because we know you can only take it going slow right now. But eventually, you're going to go dip and dive and all that. But consistency, patience, determination, all of those playing the factor, but you have to activate it yourself. You have to activate it yourself by putting in the work, by putting in the sweat, the tears, the blood, and putting yourself in. I've never met a successful individual or relationship who was not consistent. Have you? Let's think about our, notable wealthy people that are out there now. Are they inconsistent? Absolutely not. And some of them worked on their projects for many years before it even saw the light of day because they were determined. They used their consistency, had some structure in their life, and was not willing to receive or accept no. Not know and hear and not know from other people. That's another thing, guys. In order for us to stay consistent, we have to have that confidence within ourselves to not accept what everyone else doesn't see or understand what you know will be the end result. Or at least can foreshadow and see what the end result can be. Are you ready to be consistent with anything? Just little projects. Start off little. Because remember, we can't fit a whole Macintosh apple in our mouths, right? So if you can't fit a whole Macintosh, maybe you can fit a Macintosh apple in your mouth, but let me see you bite down on it and chew at the same time. It's not possible. You'll probably end up choking and having an asthma attack that you don't even have asthma. So if we know we can't do that, let's start being more deliberate in taking small pieces of what we desire and just going at it little by little. And then as things progress, put a little bit more force into it. You know what I'm saying? Chew a little bit more, bite a little bit more, right? You never met a professional basketball player who didn't put in work from probably 5 or 6 years old. And you think that they just made it into the NBA? Are you crazy? They've been training 5 and 6 years old. And it took them 20 something years to get to where they are. And you think that your goals should come faster because what? You put in a month, a week, a year? No, boo boo. Be consistent. Stay the course. Remember, time has no real measure. We're the ones that put a measure on time. We're the ones that say, oh, by this certain thing, by this certain stage, you should be here. By this certain time, you should be there. But time itself doesn't have an end. It just keeps going and going and going. It doesn't end. So if time doesn't end, then that means you can be consistent enough until you see results for whatever it is you want. hmm Relationship, work, dreams, aspirations, goals, weight loss, eating, whatever it is that you can apply to your life, it can work. If only we would just practice a little consistency. Now, you want to ask me if I'm consistent with everything? I think I think there's just a little extra battery packed stuck in my back that just says no. Um, I'm not stopping until I get what I want. I don't know, maybe that's my motivation and my push. And do I necessarily care about the standards of like when things are supposed to be done? Not as much. Because technically, if we're talking about my business now, right? Technically, if I listen to what this business standards are of how a business is a failure or not, my business would have failed 3 years ago and I would have thrown in the towel. But yet and still, I'm here because I said, you know what? I don't care what they say strategically or what things because if I really did, guys, we wouldn't be here right now. Because I tell you this, I was definitely one that never wanted to be in anybody's picture, still don't, never wanted to be on any camera because I just didn't want everybody to see who I was. So if there was no Be the Difference clothing, there would be no Hello World in return because I would never see a reason why I would want to be talking to people on the computer and people seeing me for who I am. Just little old Joy, flawed in everything, looking crazy sometimes, making crazy facial gestures. Because when I watch myself sometimes, like, ew, Joy, you did that? Laughing like a lunatic sometimes. Different quirks about myself that I wouldn't necessarily want the whole world to possibly see. I just put it out there. Hello World wouldn't be here, guys, if I really went with the standards of how businesses are supposed to operate by certain timelines. Do I want my business to grow? Absolutely. I made that word up. Absolutely. Totally. Absolutely. Because my reasoning for Be the Difference to be successful is not only about wealth. My primary reason is to prove to people that our world will continuously get better if we all just put a little bit of our efforts into showing how beautiful our hearts really are and just letting people see that and letting that marinate. That snowball effect. That's what I believe. And that's why Be the Difference is still around. And the times when I do sometimes say, oh, I'm done, always one person will be like, out of the blue, say something to me, either email me, social media me, inbox me, or even speak to me, or something that someone says they may not even know that they're talking to me directly may trigger something to keep me going. Those are the things and the reasons as to why I'm still here. Be the Difference is still here. Am I going to give up? No. Should you give up? Absolutely, totally not. Because if I'm not giving up, neither are you. Yeah, I said it. And if I can be consistent, I know all of you can be too. Does it take time? Absolutely. Do we need to allot time? You better. Yeah, I said it. You better. It's time we stop saying, okay, I'm gonna do this tomorrow. I'm all energized. I'm gonna do no, because consistency proves more when you're in the trenches about to give up and you say there's something that keeps me going. Sometimes you have to motivate your own self because nobody else is around. And you gotta just go with the nails, even like just a little nail that you have. You gotta just keep picking until you can get your grip and keep going up and going up and going up. And then you get your motivation from other people. But you have to have it in yourself to do it. You have to go through the pain sometimes by yourself. And when you can do that by yourself, you are creating and manifesting a legacy, the beginnings of a legacy that somebody's going to want to pick up and pull for the rest of their lives and keep it going. All because you just want to be consistent. See how far you can go with just a little consistency, patience. But you have to put the work in. Nothing will work unless you put the work in. Nobody gets handouts. Nobody. You say, yes, they do. Okay. Tell me something or a person who's gotten something without doing something at all, without sacrificing a piece of themselves to get what they have to do. Okay, you want to say welfare? These people people on welfare have to sacrifice an income just to receive that. So yes, they are giving something up. Oh, rich kids? Oh, they have to sacrifice being the parent's kid for the rest of their lives and living under the scrutiny of our eyeballs who are just watching them saying, oh, well, he's a rich kid. Oh, well, his parents gave him everything. Some of them actually try to do their own thing and split from their parents and say, I don't want your seed money. Some of them do. Most of them probably don't. But then they all start and do their own businesses. And how do I know? Because I used to watch little shows and stuff like that. And also because human nature always states that we have to prove something to people. So you don't think a rich kid would want to prove something to them that like, I'm not a spoiled brat like everybody thinks? You don't think they want to prove that to people like and do their own thing? We all sacrifice something to receive something. Okay? So now that we agree and we understand that to be the truth, what are you waiting for? I'm waiting. When you go to bed tonight, really, 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 really think about your life. Really think about your life because I don't care how old anyone is. And you already know I'm timeless, ageless. But really start thinking about your life. Are you happy with where it is at this point in time? If you're happy, then you have room to do better. And whatever you come up with, if you are happy, find ways and areas where you can be even more happy. If you're not so happy, find areas and ways where you can become happy, but be consistent in trying to become happy. Because once you have that programmed in you, happy will always want to follow you. Why would happiness want to follow you if you're always down? Right? We always expect the good life, but yet we're living underneath the idea of a good life in our own heads. We always want to have all this money, but yet we're not doing the things to create money. We always say, oh, I don't want to put off things, but yet you keep on saying, oh, tomorrow. Right? We expect so many good things out of life, but we don't want to put no work in. Think about it. I deserve to have X, Y, and Z, but yet you don't even know what it takes to have X, Y, and Z because you're not putting any work in. You just want it to magically appear with booze and boodads Yeah, that boo and boo dads. I don't know what that means. It just came out. You have to put the work in. You will never see results by things just popping out of the air. You have to put the work in, even if it means that you thought it into existence. That's still putting work in. You're activating something. Action does not happen unless you push. Yes. Are you going to be responsible enough to say, you know what? I got to do better. I got to start being consistent. Because if I really want my goals and aspirations, dreams, and desires to really come true, am I really putting any work in? Or am I just daydreaming? Because we can daydream all day, all night. Nothing happens with a daydream. Lime water. But if you daydream and say, well, in order for this to happen, I want to try to do this to get it started. You want to activate it. Oh, how wonderful I know you will feel when you start activating the different things that you want in life and being consistent about it every single day and not giving up. I challenge you guys for 1 week, right? Because 1 week is not a lot of time. For 1 week, be consistent. Pick something in your head just to test the theory, right? Because I'm not speaking just to speak. I want you to test my theory and see if it actually works. Because if it works, then you're going to want to keep doing it. And if you keep doing it, then you're going to end up influencing others to do the same thing too. For 1 week, today is Monday. You got till Saturday. That's what? Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. That's only 5 days. You can't tell me for 5 days you can't be consistent with one thing. Yes, you can. I'm sorry. You can't. You contradict me that you can't be consistent. Wait. That you contradict consistent for 5 days? Yes, you can. That sentence that sentence didn't make sense, right? Because we used can't with the actual dictionary meaning, which means contradict. Because sometimes I like to remind us that the potency of a word and its meaning is something that we should really remember and recognize and understand and define so that when we use it in the context, we know what it truly means. Because we throw words out all the time. Speaking of which, let's look up what consistency means. Conformity in the application of something, typically that which is necessary for the sake of logic, accuracy, or fairness. The achievement of a level of performance that does not vary greatly in quality over time. Sorry. No conformity, folks. So be consistent. And if you are consistent, bravo. Amen to you. Now you need to go out and start teaching people how to be consistent if you are consistent. And then you don't have to be consistent in every area of your life because, again, we're beautifully, perfectly, imperfectly flawed. So not every area of our life is going to be amazing all the time. But if we can get the majority of our life to be amazing, oh my goodness, we are living the life. And we need to share that. That's what Hello World is all about. Sharing. Because I care enough about my community, my society, the world that I live in, enough to say, I believe that we can see brighter days. I believe that there's something inside of you that's so amazing that wants to come out, but all that hurt that has been bottled up needs to just be released. And then that amazingness can come out. That's what I believe. Oh, who this? Let me see who this is. Hello? Hi, how are you? Are you calling to be on Hello World? Are you calling to be on Hello World? I'm on my I don't have you on speaker yet, but I'm on my talk show. You want to say hello to everybody? We're talking about the word consistency. No? Okay, well, you know what? Um, uh-huh. Ah, all right. Well, you know what? Can I call you back in a few because what? I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna call you when the show is off. And if you have never tuned into Hello World, you can go on YouTube. Oh, you're watching now? Oh, okay. Okay. Well, when you view this the day after, you're gonna be like, "Oh, Joy was talking to me," and everybody was like, "Who's she talking to?" And then I'll be rude right now because I'm having a conversation with you, looking at the screen, talking about consistency, and you don't even want to say hello to people. Hold on, now I'm gonna put you on speaker, okay? Because everybody deserves to know who you are. Hold on, okay? Hey guys, I want to introduce you to James. Say hello, James. You're on Hello World.
Evening, everyone, and hello, world.
Yes.
Thank you, Joy, for sharing that.
Uh-huh.
And Joy, keep doing what you're doing because it's working.
Thank you.
Okay?
Thank you. I'll call you when I get off tonight, okay?
I'll talk with you then.
All right, bye.
All right, thank you.
No problem. Okay, so I thought he was actually calling in, but he probably I don't know. You know how when people come to your mind and you just decide to call because that's what we're supposed to do. I haven't spoken to James in a very long time, and the fact that he called, the fact that he called me um means that it's a good thing, right? So if I was on his mind, he did what his heart was telling him to do, which is pick up the phone and call. That's what we should be doing with each other. When you start thinking about somebody, there's a reason. So you pick up the phone or you text them, do whatever you have to do to reach out to them because you never know how necessary your voice may be for them. So yes, thank you, James, for calling. And he said he watches the show the day after, so that's exciting to know too. But guys, consistency. If I am not consistent, let me tell you, I'll be dead honest truth. Sometimes I'm just so tired, and not tired like physically, but just tired emotionally that I'm just like, I don't want to go on Hello World tonight. But I know if I do that one time, I'm gonna make an excuse and do it all the time. And then guess what? It's going to be inconsistent. But I can't because I made and I dedicated my time to making sure that I'm here. Because whether there are 10 people in the chat, well, 9 people in the chat, or no people in the chat, I said I'm going to do it. So I'm going to do it. That's me being consistent. And I also get energized when I see you guys in the chat. Sometimes I absolutely don't look in the chat when I'm talking here. But afterwards, when I'm about to end, I scroll through the comments and I'm like, oh, I didn't even get to say hi to this person. I didn't even know they were there. But it means a lot when I see you guys in the chat. It's just like, okay, well, if I don't go on, then like I won't see this person. And I know if I don't go on, then I'm going to make an excuse for tomorrow. And then I'm going to be feeling bad that I didn't do what I was supposed to do. And then I'll make another excuse and not show up again. Oh, well, I want to stay later at the gym. Joy, I'm talking to myself now. Joy, you can do Streamlabs. So even if you are at the gym, there's no excuse. But I would have to keep you guys muted because they play music. So For that kind of sake, I'm just going to do one of those little quick videos and just post through the day type of thing. Now, the first video I did, it was messed up. And, somehow the editing tools that I was using with YouTube wasn't very, very good. So I think I'm going to just record it with my cell phone and then upload it and edit it that way. So I'll just do the extra step, but whatever. I got to get it done because I need to stay consistent. If I'm not consistent, then I will be inconsistently failing and flawed. And I can't afford to be that way because it's only going to hurt me. Not you guys. It's going to hurt me. You all know those different things that, happen sometimes where once you just drop the ball on a certain thing, you start going deeper and deeper down into, the whole HOLE of like, man, I'm a failure, da 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 da, whatever you want to say. And then it takes longer for you to come out of your hole, but yet time keeps going and you've missed other opportunities. I just want you guys, if you've never tried it before, to try it. Please. Everything that I say, test it to prove for your own good, for your own self. I am not a master. I don't know everything. I don't believe that I know a lot of everything. I just probably scratching the surface of the things that I could know. I'm just sharing from my heart to you guys. And I'm hoping and believing that it's causing and putting a little flame under that little fire, so you can't sit or your feet start to dance. Sorry, my eyeballs itching. Allergies. And my eye's been jumping like crazy too. You see it? It's jumping. That's like nerves, but I don't feel stressed out about anything. So I don't know what that is, guys. I don't know why. But it'll go away. I'm not concerning myself with that. Maybe because I didn't sleep good or haven't been sleeping good. That's probably why. But be consistent. Boom. Here's another example of me being consistent. I used to love canned vegetables. Now I don't even think twice about it. I'm like, ew, canned vegetables? Now there's nothing wrong with canned vegetables, but I'm so used to now cooking everything like in its raw freshness that doing stuff that way doesn't even seem like desirable anymore. And I noticed that. I just don't understand why the potato chips and the snacking hasn't gone away yet. Maybe that'll take longer, but I'm consistent. I consistently cook the majority out of the week. And I treat myself maybe once a week to eating out. And even sometimes eating out, I'm like, oh, it doesn't even taste as good as what I'm used to tasting because my palate has changed. And I never thought that could happen. I really did. And I used to eat a lot of processed stuff. Like, the fish that has the breaded or Parmesan breaded fish. Like, I used to love eating that. But now I can't even think about eating that. My palate has changed. I used to think I needed paprika, all type of old seasoning. The only seasoning that I use is garlic salt and red pepper flakes. Those are the two seasonings that I use. I don't use salt. But let me tell you, back in the day, I had the whole thing. I had my paprika, my salt, my black pepper. I had the oregano, thyme, herbs that are good for you. I had those things. But like, I thought that's what I needed to make my food flavorful. But you can make a beautiful base with just onions and garlic simmered together, or even just onions by itself and a little bit of grapeseed oil. Because I stopped using vegetable oil because I heard that vegetable oil is no better than canola or corn oil. That's what I heard. I don't know how true that is because I'm not an oil refiner, nor have I tested it myself, but I just go by what they say. Grapeseed oil obviously must be a derivative of grapes. So that sounds good. So I'm going to try it. That thing costs a lot of money though. I got a 32 fluid ounce one for like $8, and that was on sale. So I'm all just trying to preserve my little self, but my palate is changing. I'm just using that as an example of being consistent. If I didn't just consistently start cooking, I would still be eating a lot of processed foods. And now because I don't eat, I'm used to eating a certain way, processed foods don't necessarily seem desirable for me. It's just that simple, guys. It could work for you too. Test it. And majority of times I cook. Even if I'm dead tired, I'll still cook. Because I'm just like, well, I could buy something, but it just doesn't taste the same anymore. But I don't know why the chips still call me. They do. They're like, Joy, Joy, eat me, jalapeno, eat me. And I'm like, okay. I don't even flinch. I'm like, okay, I'm right there. I gave up chocolate, and chocolate used to be more of a craving than potato chips for me. You can ask anybody. My coworkers can attest. I used to be a chocolate chip cookie eating fiend. And now when somebody offers me a chocolate chip cookie, I'm like, I'm good. Before I used to flinch, but now I don't really flinch. Does that mean that I'll never ever eat it again? No. But the desire that I had for it is no longer there because I was consistent in not eating it. Just using those as examples. And if you don't believe me, I used to have a bunch of crunch. You know the box of bunch of crunch that you get at the movies, right? Family Dollar. There's a Family Dollar in this area, and they used to have that for $1. I used to buy 5 or 6 because I would have one box. I would allot one box a day for myself. And sometimes I would eat a box and a half. So I know when I say that I gave up chocolate, that's a big deal. Huge deal. So if I can do it, you can do whatever you put your mind to. I'm not the strongest person in the world. I'm not the weakest person either. But I'm building consistency and I'm getting stronger. And so can you. Imagine how your life will be more amazing if you just add a few more tools to help you become that person that you never imagined you can be. I believe you can. Because again, I'm using myself as an example. If I am who I am today, I never saw that as a possibility. And I can only get better. I want to get better because I want to have blessings. Give me more. I want to be like this. Give me more. You can fit more. Go ahead. Can my arms go back more? Come on, give me more. That's what I want life to do. Just give me more. Blessing upon blessing. But you have to be ready, willing, able, and open in order for those blessings to pour in. And do I believe they can pour in for you? Yes. Honestly, I do. Guys, I'm on Hello World every single night. I start between 7 and 9. So you can catch me then between those hours. I really appreciate you guys giving me a little bit of your time, just listening to me rant sometimes, because sometimes I do rant, but just giving me your attention and your feedback, your love, your care, your concern, all of those things help me become a better person. Your presence alone. Yes. Yes. And half of you I've never seen face to face. Isn't that amazing? You see how I allow life to say, okay, it's okay? You influence me to be here. You influence me to be or try to be the optimal person that I can be. It's not just me. I can't operate my life or this world alone. Everybody has a piece in each of our lives. Whether you want to recognize it or not is up to you. But I think by you recognizing that, it takes the pressure off of you thinking that you have to do everything yourself because you're not alone. You were never meant to be in this world alone and to do things alone. Simple as that. Humans were created to be together, to work and build together, not to be separated. So, guys, we're no longer separated, and we need to show that to everyone else. Continuously, every day, you are amazing. You are beautiful. There is no mistake about your life. There is no mistake about your life. I don't care how you feel at this moment. I'm telling you, there is no mistake about your life. And if you know there's no mistake about your life, amazing. Walk into your destiny. Walk into that creativity that is welled up in you. Just waiting to burst out. Walk into that limitless potential that you have. Continue to be the difference every day. Influence the people around you, strangers, people you love. Because in order for my theory of our world being better every day, it takes all of us putting our parts in our efforts. It's not just one person that can make a big difference. You can make a splash, but what about a tsunami if all of us jump in at one time and just take over and be like a world that is doing so much better? Us creating things together, us being able to live and respect each other. You don't think that's possible? I do. I really do. And if you want proof, we respect each other here in this chat. We respect each other who watch and watch the chat too. That's how we're respecting each other. And we should expect more from ourselves and also from other people. Not over expecting things, but just, a healthy expectation that, what, I know you can do better. That kind of thing. I am no philosopher, like all right, I'm no clinical scientist or no psychologist or anything. I don't have a degree in anything like that. I don't. I'm just me speaking from my heart. And if my heart is helping you, then that's great. I challenge you to test everything we talk about for yourself so you know that it works. You know, a lot of people just take people's words and go with it. No, test it. Make sure it proves right for yourself, and then you'll know, okay, this does work. And if it does work, you'll be more energized to see other people do it too. That's why testing theories to be proven helps generate more fuel into this. Our world is the difference. Our world is the difference. Boom, boom. Our world is the difference. I hope the rest of your evening is as amazing as the beginning of your day. Even if you're going through rough times now, it won't last forever, but sometimes it takes just a little bit of digging out, even a little bit more pain just to get on your knees, and then a little bit more pain just to get up one leg at a time, one side at a time, until you can stand up and be like, okay, I did it. Now I need help. I need more help. I need more support. You'll get through. You will get through. You're strong enough. You're amazing enough. You're beautiful. Your soul is amazing. Your soul is beautiful. So until next time, guys, I will see you guys on another episode of Hello World. My name is Joy from Be the Difference Clothing. You ever want to get to know anything about me, look at the links below. Click on them at least once or twice. Share, thumbs up, and subscribe. Yes, subscribe. But more importantly, share, because you never know who may need to see what you guys are talking about in the chat. And you never know if something that I may say could trigger something for someone else, and just bam, a wildfire starts blazing in their soul. And they could be the antidote, a stronger antidote to our world being better. So just do that. Do that for yourself. Do that for me. You guys keep on being amazing in everything you do. Don't give up. Do not give up. Whatever you do, do not give up. Do not give up. There's no room, there's no time for you to give up. Just keep on keeping on. And just try to stay consistent and trust and believe your life will start changing for the better. And you'll start appreciating who you are even more. Thank you again, guys. I appreciate you. So I say good night, farewell, farewell, until we meet again on the Hello World. No, let me stop. No, I'm going to say it my way. I like this way better. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Hello World. Wait, no. Thank you for tuning in. No. My name is Joy from Be the Difference Clothing, and I thank you for tuning in to another episode of Hello World. Bam, I like that better. See ya.